What's good, YouTube? Jonathan Moore here with Blair. You better hide your mom if you have a sibling, Hunter.
What's going on, YouTube? How you doing?
So we just did a 20-minute deck profile where I had Skype muted, and that was unfortunate. So let's go ahead
Uh,
and get back into this and see if we can get it just as good. We have one Golden Jet and two Neberdisc, kind of your stars. You want to explain these?
yeah, it's pretty much with that. That actually like the really cool part of the deck. You just normal summon your neighbor disc if you have it. You normal summon and lets you search out Chronomaly. So you search out the Golden Jet, and then when Golden Jet's on the field, it raises all Chronomalies by one level, so they both go to five. And with them be like machines, you're able to make Cyber Dragon Nova and then go into Cyber Dragon Infinity, which is like really good for the deck to do. Like it's a really good card, Infinity.
Yeah, a lot of your setups, as we saw from the tournament round, get Infinity if you happen to open this. And it's also a light, as to note, so it works with the Pallades that you have in your extra as well.
Mm-hmm. It's really good. Pallades, that's just another option just in case Infinity's not the right player right there. So I wanted to be able to go into a second option if I have that setup right there.
The next card is Mass Chameleon, your extra tuner that people seem to be going to after Luster has been hit to one.
Oh yeah, Mask Chameleon. Like I really hate that they put Luster to one for that. So like you definitely want to make sure you have another tuner so you can like have another way to go into your McNister, especially against Cosmos, like with their Dart Destroyers. Like that's a really big thing, not being able to target it. So I want to have a searchable tuner to be able to get access to.
We have two copies of Maxi. A lot of people seem to be dropping this because the push, if you have nothing else, usually seems to be that you're able to push through everything and just take the Maxi challenge. Why do you keep these in?
Maxi, like of course with the deck, since I'm trying to make Infinity, I want to go first. So the biggest thing I want to set up, like I set up my board, like I say, I'll go Infinity, I go Rafflesia, or whatever setup I do with any trap monsters or traps or whatever. I want them like if they have to try and push through my board and max seed, like they're gonna have to make a choice. You're either gonna have to um, not commit and then just lose the next turn because I'm golden, or they're gonna have to just suck it up and just lose.
Yeah, definitely a setup that your deck is awarded that most are not right now. We
Hmm.
have one Dragon Pit and two Pulse, the Return of the Magicians. What made you decide to use the Magician engine to fill the whole of Perform Ages?
The magicians are really good, and the fact that they like Wisdom Eyes works with the Performapals Binus Monkey board is actually really good. I want to make sure that I have like an option. Like the deck, main problem with the deck is that it is pretty short on high scales. So like I want to make sure that I'm able to actually have access to more high scales, and then like actually top decking like a Wisdom Eye. If there's like another Performing Power on the board, actually can like fix your hand like really easily.
We have the two Master Pendulum, the two Vectors, and Luster, the good old remnants of the Draco engine, but it really doesn't hurt it that bad.
No, it still pretty much works. Draco Rivals is still like a really I think that's what you said. You said Draco Face Off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm not tripping, but yeah, Draco Face Off is still a broken card. Like Luli, that's another way for you to get to your luster with it being at one. Like you're definitely not gonna be open up with them as much as you used to, unless you're really good at opening it. Hint, hint. Not me though, but
Yeah.
um, but it's another way to get to your luster, and then if you need to complete a low scale, then you have your options of your master or your vector. So it's still a really good card. I just don't like it at three. Like, even there's a lot of times the second one is even dead. Like once you actually go off, and the third one is definitely dead majority of the time. You'll still be able to see it at two, but I don't want to just have the option of drawing into that third one.
We have two Guitar Turtle, two Lizard draws. What makes you go up to the second Guitar Turtle here with the two and two?
Like Pot, Pot of Greed is a really broken card, even though he's not banned. But G Turtle and Lizard Draw is actually like the next best thing like with this deck. It's it's I'm sorry, like it's literally after you like do your first play and you search through everything, and like you end with that, like you do your searches whatever, like say with your sorcerer play, and then you search your Lizard Draw G Turtle, going through your deck and drawing more cards like your side cards or whatever. It's actually like really good, especially like game two or game three, or drawing the stuff that you need for your game one. It helps you like get through your deck and power through your deck and see those cards you want to see.
We have the one monkey board, of course, forced to shut down. Still 3 copies of Pendulum Sorcerer. One Silver Claw. What makes you tech this one over other certain Performapals as the one of?
Like I said before, like the deck has a really problem, like a really bad problem with like having high scales or maintaining your high scales. I still wanted that as an option, and then like the play I would do, I even with adjusted list and before, the adjusted list, I would do my play. Like I say, I'd have Joker and Sorcerer in hand. I normally set my Joker, search the monkey board, search your Silver Claw, and then you play Silver Claw. You play Silver Claw on the scale. Do your play. Break your scales. Search some more times, and then when you do your exceeds plays and everything, the next turn when you set up your scales again, you'll still have another body with Silver Claws with it being a level 4. You still have an extra body to pendulum summon, and a lot of times the extra 300 for your perform powers when he attacks, it actually comes in handy. I've like gamed a lot of people with that effect.
That's pretty cool. And also to note, he is a dark that goes with your Nightmare in the extra deck.
Oh yeah, Nightmare is still clutch. I still end up going into it.
And we have the one Skullcrow Joker, probably best card in the deck, along with every best card in the deck. 3 was Khalifa to round out the monsters. How often do you find that the Magician engine really just the extra bodies kind of get you your turn 1 setups?
Actually, with that setup, it actually happens a lot more. It's like with your opening pendulum call, being able to get that, or if you top deck a wizard, or even still opening double wizard is still good, especially if you already have your other setup as well. Like it's really good. I'm really like that engine in the deck, especially now more than ever.
Of course, we already went over the 2 face-offs. I really like this from your deck, 2 instant fusion with 2 Norden. A lot of people tend to just play 1 and force the space.
I don't know. I don't know why they're doing that. Like that's just insane. Like no, I don't even understand like from the last time, but like now like instant fusion and Northern a lot of times fixes your broken hands. I mean not your broken hand, your brick hands, excuse me, and just being able to use that and actually establish a play actually helps you out in the long run.
And the 2 Pendulum Call, you'd mentioned earlier that you like that it kind of helps you play around Wavering Eyes. You want to go into that?
Yes, like you still like there's still majority of the time you're gonna see a lot of mirror matches, and you don't want to like just lose the wavering eyes. So like say you go second, they make you go second, or you choose to go second, or whatever you do. Then you play your pendulum call, discard a monster or whatever. Then you actually go you like you're be able to set up your scales and not be affected by wavering eyes or whatever. So if they do have to use it, then they'll have to just use it and blow up their own scales if they have any, if they left any up. And still like searching your pit and your post, like it still gives you more options to do to do like monster destruction or spell and trap destruction, which
We were,
actually comes up.
I actually forgot to go over this card that we went over earlier because it's in the middle of the Draco engine. Archfiend Eccentric, another high scale for you. What do you find it most useful against, and what's it do for you?
Outside of it just being a high scale, it's really good. Like against like different other decks, like it's good in the mirror, like the bait out stuff first. Like if you open with it, that's a pretty good first turn. Like first move if they have back row, if they have a monster or something, or like against like monarchs. Monarchs are definitely gonna be seeing a lot more play. So you definitely want to, oops, got that. Like you definitely want to make sure that you just have like oust anything. It literally ousts anything. Like even if you use it for your spell traps first, and then you pencil somebody back out, you literally get a 2 for 1 from that card to pop a spell a trap and then pop a back row as well. I mean, I said the same thing. Spell a trap and then come back and pop a monster. Excuse me.
You're all good. And to round out, we have two one-ups here, Regeki and Twin Twisters. A Twin Twister, I assume you prefer seeing when you go second, and Regeki, or my bad, when you go first, and Regeki when you're going second. What makes you tech the one of Twin Twister, and what makes you tech the one of Regeki?
Regeki is really good against anything like mirror match, Cosmos if you got a dweller, Monarchs if they have like they're set up with with a Tribute monster and domain, literally just blows them out the water. And then just with Twin Twister, I really don't like back row. Like back row sucks. And I just want to make sure I don't lose because a lot of people are playing Solemn Strike, Solemn Warning, their own Twin Twister. If you go first, well, if you have it in their mirror match and they have Wavering Eyes or whatever set, you can literally kill their Wavering Eyes or whatever set back row they have, and then just be able to go off freely. So
And
it's for a little bit of everything.
and the next card, of course, your triple Wavering Eyes, not cutting it at all. You want
Oh yeah,
to talk about the card?
Wavering Eyes is still a broken card. I'm surprised. I'm kind of surprised, but really not surprised that they didn't hit it as well. But it's just still a blowout, and it's more of a blowout in the mirror match now, especially without the fear of them having damage juggler, and then also the fact that it can fix your first turn hands as well. Like if you say you open two of the same scale, you can literally just pop like players. Say you have open two master, so you play your masters Wavering Eyes, and then now your hands fixed. Like saying they don't have a hand trap or anything.
And lastly, one hole's not enough for this man. We have two. One of them's bottomless, and one is treacherous. You have Reflasia and the extra. Why pick the bottomless over, say, Time Space or Trap Trick Strapple Nightmare?
Bottomless literally is good against every like literally every deck. I saw a lot of people that they were playing Reflasia, that they would just play treacherous. Yeah, even I saw even people just playing just treacherous, but like playing treacherous and or time space if they did play it. And just it's an option like I do treacherous first and then but like oh they play treacherous, so I'm safe. They do like a really big play and then I activate Reflasia and play bottomless, then they're just like hold on, who's really playing this card? And it's even not bad if you draw it, especially if you draw it and then they don't see it coming, they just auto lose.
And the side deck, really only card to note is Deck Devi. I know it combos well with Silverclaw. Any other notes for how it's working out for you this format?
It's working pretty good. It's still a blowout in the mirror match. It's really unfair. It's really really unfair in the mirror match.
Yeah, no juggler to help the comeback hand now.
Oh yeah, definitely not. The only thing that I still like, the only thing that I'm scared about when I do play it is like if they open like 15 or higher, like well higher than 15, and then with face off being a card, it's like kind of a tough situation to be in with that as well.
Hey man, your Nebra disc dodges it.
It definitely does, kinda. Oh yeah, well, it does. I'm sorry, it does. It does. I'm sorry, it
Yeah.
does.
And then, your extra, you have one Dynaster power, the two copies of Norden, and two Ignister. So, and of course the Magister. You have the entire Draco family in here. One, two, and one, kind of the same as last season for most people.
hmm
How do you find this winning? Would you say over half your games, or less?
It's still no
Oops, I have a
the
phone call. Turn my
that
phone off.
that ringtone though.
Yeah, Yoshi. Sorry.
And no, but like all the Draco Slayers, like they all play a key part. Some a lot more than others now. Like some others roles have stepped up. Like Magister, like if you don't open like a pendulum engine, if you don't have your sorcerer, you don't. If you need to search your Joker, if you need to search your Luster or anything, whatever piece you need to keep on going, it really comes in clutch. Um, like to be able to search any pendulum monster and then bringing like your Luster or your Master back from the extra deck to keep continuing your plays is actually really good. And Dinoster is broken within itself because a lot of times you're using your Draco Slayers as exceeds material. So being able to special summon that from your special summon it from your hand or graveyard, it just keeps extending your play a lot more. especially like going Ignister into Master into Dinoster, and then bring one back out and just keep on going. It's just insane.
We have Dweller, good against Water, BA, and several other matchups. Rogue in general, I would assume.
Hmm.
We have Castell, the Pallades, as you said, your other option. Stars of the Show, Infinity, and Nova. We have Diamond Direwolf, and let's go into Nightmare in this format. We see the Perform Age engine kind of out the door, so Hat Tricker's kind of gone, and we don't see many people, I don't think, playing Help Princess. So this kind of seals a lot of games for you, I would figure, as a first turn setup in the mirror matches.
Hmm. It's still like Nightmare's still pretty good with that. Like with the setup, like especially against pendulums, and of course other decks that special summon BA. I'm expecting to see a lot more play. Um, Cos, well, Cos still does work against Cosmos. I'm gonna use their flip down their Dark Destroyer. Their big ones, like they're big, but they have low defense, so you can still run over it with stuff, or like make your dweller run over it and everything. So it all still like works out. So
I've
it's just
never
like,
actually ended up getting to use that against Burning Abyss. That's pretty broken.
oh yeah, it's amazing. It's good.
And then we have King of the Feral Imps. I believe your targets being Chameleon and Lizard Draw, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And Magister and Rafflesia. So, yeah, of course, ideally you're trying to make Infinity and Rafflesia, but as we've pointed out in our interview before, that will never be seen by the world. We have a lot of turn one Rafflesia plays are getting broken up since a lot of people are going to the Magician, kind of. You know, like your deck plays it too. You even play two Dragon Pulse. Rafflesia kind of gets hit turn one a lot. Do you find yourself having to set up into just her, and do you feel comfortable with that, or what do you usually try to do turn one, depending on your hands?
Depending on my hands, I definitely try to just make sure that I can, if I do set up my Rafflesia, I have a way to protect it. If it is Infinity Rafflesia, if it is like having Twin Twisters, having like Wavering Eyes, having your Hole Trap card. Well, the whole hopefully the holes are in the deck. Hopefully with Rafflesia, but just making sure I have like a way to make sure that I know I'll never make Rafflesia if I don't have a way to protect it. Sometimes you have to and just pray, but like I definitely try to make sure, like, and that goes back to making sure to digging through your deck with for your answers with like Geet Turtle and Lizard Draw. That's the reason I play two and two, and so I can just make sure I dig to everything and make sure I have a way to protect it because I don't want to just make it by itself because it's really weak.
All right. Well, at the end here, any shout outs?
Definitely, of course, shout out to Josh Barber. He was the one that gave me the idea to use the Chronomalies for us. So definitely, first of all, shout out to him. If I don't do it, he's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
but but just also want to shout out the car guys, Kyle, Desmond, Chris, Ben, Peter, all of them. Everybody. So it's a long list, but so we definitely want to shout out my team. I'm definitely gonna see a lot more coming from us as well.
Yeah, I expect big things this year. You had mentioned earlier, I believe, a lot of you are coming out to ARG Dallas.
Yeah, we will be there.
All right, in force. I expect to see good things.
Definitely.
And I guess that's our profile with Blair. And again, just timed out of Dueling Network, perfect timing. Our end of our profile with Blair. You better have siblings if I'm dating your mother. Hunter.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Always a pleasure, man. Thanks for
Oh
being
yeah.
on the channel.
Thank you.